Hi guys, this is like a experimental, a little fit minute. Yeah, so I'm like almost at the end of my second exercise in my legs. Legs, this big muscle group. You got the quads, the hammies, and the glutes. Like big muscle group, especially for a lady like myself. Ladies, if you got the big butt and you cannot lie, it's actually good. Women with more junk in their trunk give birth to smarter kids. I'll find that study. All right, so right now, what I'm doing, I'll show you what I did prior to this in my little abode. So I did, I'll do it down here, the goddess squat. So I lay over my legs. Whenever you're squatting, you don't want to squat so your knees go above your toes. So like, you don't want to squat like that, you want to squat like that. So I got weird freakish legs, so I'm going like this. Goddess pose is like this. So if you like stick your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air, put your hands up, sorry, there we go. Put your hands up and then you squat down, so there you go. Under my goddess, you do your head, go a little bit Egyptian, and you go up. But you have to like, I'm not gonna do it a lot because I did it like a lot. So I did that first. I'll show you the other exercise I'm gonna do, I think. But legs are hot, I'm sweating. It's not even that hot. So what I'm doing, I got 5 flights of stairs. So I go up, down, up, down. So I'm going up, right? Here I am. I put my foot, and I have like my arch on like the stair. So then I gotta hold on because it's like whatever. So I come up and I kick forward, and then I kick back. But let's modify. If this is the first time you're doing it, just go up and like activate your butt. So you slowly go up, see? Okay, now I did that up 5 flights. So the other day I was like, what if I go back down? So here I am, ready to see? Oh, like. So here we go. I'm tired. So I'm gonna kick up, back, and then I'm gonna slowly descend. Okay, so now, so I gotta go back down. I did 3 times. I went up, down, up. So I'm gonna go back down. So because I've been doing this like a little bit, because it's like, what are we in the 10th week? So I've been doing this for 10 weeks. So I started out just going up and down the stairs, and now here I am doing this because you gotta progress. Like once stuff starts feeling like not that hard, you gotta progress. So this is like the best exercise for your, the stuff. So it's called the waist whittler. And I think her name was Denise Austin. This was like my favorite exercise. But I'm doing a variation on it because now I'm stronger. Don't be impressed by this. Like this is work, man. Like if you're like, I'm impressive, no. All right, so ready? So this is the waist whittler. You see my body. So, I got it, you know what? Let's put it down here. All right, so guys, it's like action video. All right, ready? See, here I am. So I put my hands at my boobies. And then lift my leg. So do those, but then I want to like lift my leg and hit my elbow, right? So like you do that like 20 times for 3 sets. Like believe me, these are things that are tried and true. Like any fads, they're fads, like don't do it. So before I go down the stairs, I'm gonna do like, you know what, I'll do like we're gonna do the wall squat. So I'm gonna do this for a minute. You know what, here we go, start right now. So I'm doing a wall squat, so I'll do that. I'm gonna do it for a minute. So the last exercise, I'm gonna see if I can show you guys how to do this because it's like a new thing. Your midsection, your belly, you are not going to strengthen your belly if you start by doing crunches or like what I did when I was younger. I put my feet over the top of my bed, like I would be like this, and I would do crunches. And you know what crunches work on? Your neck. You like a lot of your belly is below your waist, and a lot of it has to do with like movement of your legs. So if you do like a little bit of something with the movement of your legs, the bicycle is an awesome, it's an awesome exercise, but it's wicked hard. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, you know what? All this stuff is wicked hard. Anytime like you think, like if you see a person that's like, strong, right? Because you can tell. I went to an Olympic weightlifting clinic one time, and the person that taught it wasn't like competition ready in terms of like classic Arnold style bodybuilding, tan and stuff and oiled up. This person was strong, and you could tell. And you could tell the work. Like, that's the thing about this. This is work. Like, I'm not eating bonbons sitting around doing nothing. This is work. It hurts, it's hard, and you know what? That's anything worth getting is worth working for. All right, let's see if I can do this. All right, don't be impressed. Like, don't be like, whoa, fancy lady. Believe me. Because I, like, at one point couldn't even do, like, 10 leg extensions on the leg machines. So let's see. Hi, my hands. Okay, let's see if I can do this. So I'm doing. Let's do this. All right. So what I do, I hold on, and I like turn my body, and I go up like this, and then I just pull my leg in. But I try to like keep my leg open. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's that. So like for my workout, I do the goddess squats. Just do 10 times 3. But you know what? If you're not there yet, do 1 set of 10. Do the goddess squats. If you got a staircase in your house, do like, walk up 10 stairs, 13 stairs, 1 time. And then the wall squat. If you have never done a wall squat before, do 5 seconds, like 5. So I'm doing this thing with my arms where I try to hold myself up. Like a staircase is more narrow than the other one, so I try to hold myself up, and I can only do 5 seconds. You know? In maybe like 6 months, I can do 20 seconds. Like it takes time. So wall squats, lunge things, some sort of leg exercise. But if you go off and you find yourself like some sort of martial arts situation, front kicks, side kicks, back kick. Like you can do a low kick, you can do a high kick, but like think of it like a lever. Is a lever? So like I'm gonna bring my leg up and kick. The best way to get benefit from your movement is to think about it. So I'm lifting up my leg. So I'm activating my hip. So I'm lifting up my leg. There I go, I get 90 degree. And I'm thinking about kick. Because I can feel it. Like the difference, like this is momentum. And this is, I can do my other leg. I apologize that I sound a little exasperated, but it's hard. It's like really hard work. So one of the things about this goes into like the yogic idea. You got to balance. So if I just did that exercise with that leg. So all right, let me see if I can do this one. Let's see. So there we go. So right there. So I'm gonna I did that leg. Now I have to do this one. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there you go. That's why yoga is so important. You want to balance. You don't want to be imbalanced. And it's not about because myself, my left calf is like a whole inch smaller than my right one. I don't know why. I had an injury, a traumatic stationary bike injury. Okay. Yeah, back in the olden days, I worked for a radio station, and the morning show went to a gym in Framingham or something. One of the women on the morning show worked in Framingham. No, she lived in Framingham. So they went to something. I don't know. I don't remember the gyms back then. It wasn't Boston Sports Club. But it wasn't like the Lexington Club. It was like on the South Shore. We went, and back before they really perfected spinning, the bikes, oh my God, the bikes made it so you had to turn the brakes to slow them down. I'm talking, I don't even know who engineered that, because the messages in your brain that are sent to your body and your muscles to move, you're not thinking about them. So when you want to slow down, your body slows down. You don't think about it. You can't it's odd. I think people don't understand that there's different parts of the brain. The reptilian brain and the prefrontal cortex are different. It's weird. So my brain's a jerk. So I was on the stationary bike, and I started going really fast because there was no resistance, and I wanted to slow down. So my body wanted to slow down. Wasn't consciously thinking it. I was just I needed to slow down. And my legs came out of the pedals because they were like claws. They came out of the pedals, and I went up and came down. So if my legs were on the ground, I went up like this. The pedals did a full rotation, and on my left side, the pedal dug into my muscle. I had no visible injury at the time. I didn't break the skin, but it injured my muscle because I had a divot in my muscle. So, and I also, for many years, drove vehicles that were manual transmission. So you're always like, most fun thing in the world. Especially if you drive like a truck style one. Boop. Don't be impressed. It's like fun. It's just fun. It's like fun. I don't know. It's one of those types of cars you drive. Like every time you drive by somebody, like, woo, it's like a wave. It's a whole culture. It's awesome. I only say this because my son, his whole life has been in the same type of car. Kids, man. So, but anyway. So you guys came with me on this 10-minute, I'm procrastinating to get back to my workout. So you guys have an awesome day. Compassion, mindfulness, loving kindness, radical acceptance. Namaste, Amo Fati, and just, be well. I haven't checked the news yet today. I don't know what's going on. I just know that, I know for myself, one of the things that really I've had to radically accept. I've had to radically accept that when I go out into the world, I see people that disregard what we're going through. Some people are proactive. I'm proactive. I'm everything. I'm proactive. If I see a problem, you nip it in the bud. I'm I don't know what type of person you call that, but type A? No, I'm not a type A because I'm slow, deliberate, like a turtle. All this energy that you have, anytime you see me with energy, it's artificial. I've already had 2 energy drinks today because I have chronic fatigue. Not a diagnosis of chronic fatigue. What I think we need to understand in this culture is that you can have things about yourself, but not have it be a diagnosis. And you can't pathologize everything. Because sometimes if you pathologize things, especially things that are, I know how I'll talk about it. OCD is a condition that's considered a disorder when it disrupts your life. Anybody that's really good at organization, they don't have OCD. They're just good at it. So if you there's nothing more insulting than talking to a person who's organized and be like, you got OCD. Please. I worked for a woman once. Oh my God. This woman was meticulous. The store was beautiful. It was interesting because she went into the same field I went to. We both had the same license, but she went into the retail side and she was phenomenal. She was a beautiful woman too, inside and out. I liked her a lot. I wish the life had gone differently because she managed the same business for a long time. That's unheard of in this day and age. I want to say 2004, 2003, 2004, she took over a business that went from a locally owned supplier to a national chain. And she was meticulous. The store was beautiful. And I'm telling you, if stuff was moved a little bit, she was on us. And I loved that job. And I only made minimum wage and I didn't care. And I think the first time around I worked there, I didn't get gratis, but I did after. Why do I have lashes on? One of my favorite memories of working for her was I had to put lashes on her because she went to a party and she dressed like Minnie Mouse. And actually, she's one of my biggest inspirations because she was never feeling it with exercise until one day she decided she wanted to go to one of the local boxing chains. And she did excellent. She thrived at it. It was her passion. It became part of her life. And she was good at it. She would do 2 classes in a row and she would be off, she would leave a little bit early every day. No place. She would leave a little bit early. Because I worked in this wonderful environment. I'll talk about the women that I worked with actually. Beautiful, wonderful women. She'd leave a little bit early before the day ended because I would stay till close. I would clean up and go. Because it was a business that catered to professionals, so it's totally different. When you cater to professionals, you do not get the riffraff. So you get people that come in that don't know what they're doing, they know what they need, and stuff like that. If you have a license, you might not be a hairdresser, but you can color your hair, or you wear lashes every day. And also don't be impressed by my fancy lashes because I'm licensed to do makeup. So if I walk around outside and somebody sees my face, they could hire me for a job. Because everything, not everything is what it seems. But anyway, so I worked with that woman. She was very, very, just a really lovely woman. Smart and very, but she, it wasn't it wasn't a perfect job because nothing is. I worked with her and then I worked with another woman who was my age and connected in a way, knew of my family by marriage And she was awesome. She was like salt of the earth Irish woman with the big giant Irish father. She was awesome. She had a really nice family. And, you know, but she was like, you know, she was like drinking like beers and stuff. She was a cool woman. And then there was another woman I worked with, and this woman was a hairdresser. And she was beautiful, beautiful. And I don't say beautiful like, I'm bisexual, so if I say someone's beautiful, it's not like that. This woman was beautiful. This woman was lovely, gracious, had grace. This woman had a very hard road, and she was a mother, and she was an incredible mother. And she went to the Y, and she did classes at the Y. And she always, like, Toni Morrison always says, like, when you look at your children, your eyes should light up. And you should do that for people anyway. Like, you ever look at someone and their eyes light up when they see you? Like, it's nice. That's way more valuable than somebody giving you something. Yeah, and this woman was like that. She was warm and kind and a good inspiration. And she did my son's hair a couple times. Like, she was just lovely. And now I'm procrastinating. Life is beautiful. You know what? We're having like the hardest time ever. You know what? You might as well exercise. You might as well do something. What do you think is in here? James, Lars, Kirk, and insert bandmate here, depending on the song. Is it Robert? Is it Cliff? Is it Jason? I don't know. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I needed to kick my ass a little bit. I was listening to the Chaka Khan mix with like Cheek, and it was weird. It was a Chaka Khan mix on Spotify, but Soul to Soul showed up. I was like back to life. But I couldn't like get up these stairs by myself, so I needed like the power of Metallica. So, all right, have an awesome day. I love you. Just like I say every day, if you can't do it, if you can't, breathe. There's a lot of things outside of your control. I'll end on this actually. One of the hardest parts I've ever had of my life that I've ever had to deal with is the fact that I can't control the thoughts or feelings of other people in relation to myself. So if I find out that someone hates me, doesn't like me, whatever, or is going out and like, you know, if like someone else is burdened by my existence or angry that I'm alive or whatever it is, that's like a thing. Like if someone else is like attaching your name to their burdens, like it's weird, but they do that. People do that because people don't want to take responsibility for themselves. You think I'm sitting here doing this thinking about like Trisha? Like let's put up, her name's Trisha. Her name's Trisha, right? Like I could every day walk around and be like blaming Trisha for everything. Like Trisha, I could do that. But what would that do? You know, Trisha's going to a nursing home someday, so like I feel bad for her, but really, I love her and I would love for her to like not have to suffer, but there was a demarcation line and we had to like move past it. Once a person goes past a certain point, you can't like connect with them or help them. You can't go down in the ship with them. So sad. So I could be like, what? I could get a bottle of wine later and drink it and think about the fact that Trisha did things to me that caused me to suffer, but why would I do that? Really. And sometimes in life you have to go through that actually for a while. It's like, Trisha. I don't know who your Trisha is. I don't think anybody has a Trisha because that woman is like, whoa. She'll probably sue me too. I'm kidding. But not really. But it doesn't matter. You know what? Because if you've been watching this for 18 minutes, like, you're not watching this because you're like mad at me. You're watching it because you're like, you know, I'm your cheerleader. And now I will go down the stairs and I will go and fix my hair. I love you. Have an awesome day. Just be well. Hatred ages you. Negative energy ages you. Music. All right, what's the 5 things we gotta have? Music, hydration, good nutrition, grooming, and orgasms. Love you.